Good morning. This is 60 Seconds to Serenity with me, Gregg Hammond, on Monday, November 27, 2017. I was waiting for the camera to go live again and get itself set there. I was trying to reconnect for a second. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and that you were able to use some of your 60 Seconds to Serenity tools of your breath and focused thought and a focused mindset, and that you were able to keep smiling through your day. Good morning. I see Dave hopped on there, and I see Carol hopped on. I see people tuning in from the UK. This is amazing to be able to broadcast around the entire globe and have people tune in live and also hop on afterwards. I'm very grateful for that. 60 Seconds to Serenity. Here we are on a Monday. A lot of people are going to go back into very busy schedule after being perhaps relaxed more than a usual weekend. Maybe it was very busy. All these minutes of every single one of our days, we have the opportunity to use the 60 Seconds to Serenity by breathing, using our thought process, and using affirmations. Some of the affirmations that I've been sharing here are simple. I just wrote them on a card to share them like this. I am healthy, I am happy, I am helpful, I live in paradise. And the I live in paradise is the mindset of I live in paradise wherever I am. And then my memory is very good, which is a self-empowering affirmation. My heart is always smiling, thinking about from inside, focusing on smiling all the time. So one of the ways to accomplish, like you get into a Monday, you're going to have a lot to do. Many people have a lot to do on a Monday. The best way to accomplish your day is to have written out all the things, 6 of the things that you need to do. 6 most important things. Write them down and then get those done for the day. Just to do it. Just to get those things off the list. This has been passed down from some amazing teachers, and it works really, really well. So I highly recommend that you work on that. We've been doing the non-dominant hand exercise, and we started off. Oh, is this? Yeah, it's visible. It's upside down. It's visible upside down. So there's your next challenge. Can you read upside down? Can you read a moving book upside down? In case you can't, don't worry, that's for 2018. We're setting a goal that you can read moving text. Just kidding. So here's the non-dominant hand exercise where I've written with my non-dominant hand, and I've had a lot of practice. I've been doing this for many months, every day in a row, and I've written out very long things. But for right now, if you're getting started, if you're just starting the 60 Seconds to Serenity and you're ready to challenge yourself for the purpose of improving your life, so that you have the tool of 60 Seconds to Serenity, breathing in and out in a very calm and peaceful way, teaming that with your thought process, your thinking, being aware of what you're thinking. We're building awareness, and we're building these tools. And writing with your non-dominant hand is going to help you push through the discomfort of creating a new habit. Nobody's grading you on this. So all you're doing is sitting down with your notebook, writing with your non-dominant hand, writing out your first and last name. You're printing this because if you write in cursive, it's a little easier to be less accurate. When you're printing, you really have to focus on all of the lines. And it's not going to be perfect. For a while, it will remain looking much different than your dominant hand. And I'm having you start with just your name, first, last name, and then if you're with us and you've been doing this every day, you know that we moved to adding the day, the month, the number on the calendar for the day of the month, such as the 27th, the year. Then we've added in sunrise, the time of sunrise for here, for where I am in the Guitar Castle in Washington, D.C. 7:03 is our sunrise, and then sunset is at 4:47 p.m. And I put down the temperature, 38 degrees, and I put down the wind direction. This is something I've added this morning on Monday, November 27th. I've added in another detail with the wind direction, south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. So it continues, I continue to add things. It continues to grow as I do that. I've written out much longer paragraphs. I'll actually show that to you if you have, in case this is a first time hopping on. Friday, December 23rd of 2016 was day 68 of my non-dominant hand exercise, and I wrote out a paragraph, and I want to share that with you. The paragraph was something that Bob Proctor recommended we write, and the paragraph was, rather than permitting my old paradigm to employ all of my spiritual power to hold me back or keep me where I am, I make this committed decision regardless of how difficult it may be for a period of time, because my paradigm shift is constant and certain, meaning that you're constantly working on it and that you're not going to give up, that you realize some days will be challenging, and on those days when you have challenging elements, thinking about your non-dominant hand exercise will be very helpful. Thinking about, okay, I can do this. And then using your 60 seconds to serenity tools where you're breathing in and breathing out. And we talked about using the mindset, thinking very powerful thoughts. And when I say powerful, I mean positive and powerful. They're powerful because they're positive, as opposed to disempowering or negative or hostile, angry, frustrated. You get rid of all of those types of thoughts by using the ones that you can tie right into. And we think about things that we've experienced where it was absolute bliss and joy. There are times when you've experienced that with friends and family, and you want to be able to focus right in on that. And you want to use your creative mind to imagine scenarios that you want to experience with absolute joy. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about being creative as we come into the month, towards the month of December. We will be coming into December. I'm going to talk about the creative mind, the imagination. So we have been building for well over 30 days of these 60 Seconds to Serenity's daily videos, building our tool of getting to serenity because of the superpower of a calm mind, being calm and serene and responding to elements of your day, and realizing and focusing that 60 seconds is a small measurement of time in comparison to the entire day, but it's actually a long time. The more that you do these exercises, you realize that you're able to stretch that out, because just how powerful you're able to make this. And like any exercise, the power of the repetition, over and over, over and over. 60 seconds is a small fraction of your day, and if you're able to practice this several times through the day, and then by doing that, make it so that you remember to do it all the time. When you experience something that a lot of people react to, they react to situations, so instead of reacting, you respond. And with your response, you have the power inside yourself accessed. And that's part of the idea of the 60 Seconds to Serenity, is that you are accessing a power inside yourself. You're using your mental faculties, your physical breathing, to come together and access that power, your superpower of the calm mind, the peaceful mind, serene mind. And to bring that, tie that together with the positive affirmation, another tool and thing that you can use is music. Think of your favorite song. Get your favorite song and listen to that as you're practicing this. So you're using this tool maybe first thing in the morning, and then maybe, you know, later on during the day, you're taking the time to do the same 60 seconds of calm, serene, longer, gentle breaths, and you're tying that in with listening to your favorite song. And so, of course, it will probably be longer than 60 seconds if you're listening to the full song, but having a part of that song that you can put on so that your mind goes there, pumps you up, right? And then you can keep smiling. And the Keep Smiling book is coming out soon. You got to check in with publisher to find out where the status of that is, so that I can do a book launch on Amazon and here and let everybody know how to pre-order. So the news flash here at 60 Seconds to Serenity is that it's good news. Your life just got a whole lot easier with 60 seconds, just using the 60 Seconds to Serenity tools and the non-dominant handwriting. That way you can respond to things like one of my examples was the parking ticket. I see this, I get excited. I'm like, that's fantastic. And I learned that from teachers who taught me about responding. And I didn't understand when they were first explaining, but I've gotten to the point to where it's become part of what I do, where, fantastic, I just got a ticket. This means money is coming into my life, and I don't have to worry. I don't need to employ any of the negative response or the negative reaction to this. I'm going to respond. The response will be joy. All right, because if I'm empowering that, I'm sending that energy out of myself. I'm sending that emotion out of myself, and that's what comes back, that emotion. So it's not that I am trying to draw in more tickets, it's that I'm responding in a very positive way to what's going on in my environment so that more positive things come into my environment. This is one of the lost understandings. Lots of teachers teach it. Not a lot of people have grasped on and understood that. And so life can be very bumpy if you don't have this type of tool. There's a couple reasons that you want to do this. One, because you want your day to be better. But there's a side benefit, right? We must become the change we want to see in the world. And so that means as you improve your life, as you make your life more serene and calm, that's the way the surroundings, that's what you're sending out from yourself. Your commitment to yourself becomes a commitment to a group, right? The more that you improve yourself, the more that your community becomes better. And your community is a global community. And there's the Global Jam for Peace. The idea behind Global Jam for Peace is peace, love, and music through the universal language of music. And it's recurring global concerts. I'm sending these out, these refrigerator magnets, and some stickers that are the same logo. I have had some sponsors that come in, some very kind and generous donors have made it possible for me to send these out to anybody who would like one. And so if you message me your mailing address where you'd like these sent, I will send you a magnet and a sticker. I've still got some left. Good morning. I see more people hopping on. I see Florida. I see Ireland, and I see the UK. It's a little later than first thing in the morning in the UK. And I saw Brazil earlier, and I see California. That's pretty early over there too. So good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this globe, and thank you for tuning into the 60 Seconds to Serenity. I'm glad that you're here, and remember that because you've tuned in, the good news is your life just got a whole lot easier because you have access to some amazing tools. It took me many years of studying with many different teachers to build my awareness, to understand why I would use these. I didn't understand many times when I heard the lesson. I didn't understand why I would use these tools and how powerful they were. It seemed like it was kind of a fairy tale, and as I started to use these and employ all of these tools, I realized that they worked, and I was like, why don't they teach you this in school? Why didn't somebody else teach? Why isn't this passed along? And I won't get into the details on that. That's for a discussion. I just want you to have these tools and understand that if you employ these tools, if you use these tools, you're going to shift your day. And when you shift your day, you shift other people's day. And when it comes to shifting other people's day, part of what you can do is all of the things that, are kind of like, easy to think of, like holding a door for somebody, opening a door and holding it for a couple of people, and putting on putting your focus on the fact that you can keep smiling, right? Keep smiling, holding the door, doing things for people, saying thank you. The two words thank you, that's very powerful. These little tools, these little things, thinking of somebody, bringing a small, tiny gift for somebody, maybe a coworker. A challenging thing for a lot of people is to focus the element of love towards people who have bothered you. If you go back, if you're going back to work on a Monday and you're going to see somebody that, for whatever reason you have experienced emotions that you don't like when you're working with somebody, you want to work towards using your 60 Seconds to Serenity tool and send them that very powerful love that you would have for somebody who maybe you spent time with family and friends over the weekend, or got in touch with somebody you hadn't talked to in a long time, and think about how much love you have for that person, or somebody that you knew in life. You think about how much you cared about that person, how much love you had for them, and with that same type of emotion, you share that and send that. You don't have to say it to them necessarily. Maybe that's a challenging thing to do, and maybe they, their reaction would not be a response. All you have to do is send it from yourself. Think it and hang on to that. You want it to stay steady. So keep smiling and feel that love towards somebody who needs it, as opposed to another emotion, and a negative emotion towards that person. And that's where I'm going to leave you for your Monday, for this Monday. I know it's a day when a lot of people get online and shop, and the only thing that I've put out there the thing that I put out there, because a lot of people shop online. Ironically, that's part of what I do is I teach online, and I share guitar lessons. I teach people. I'm rated #1 in Washington, D.C. for guitar lessons for adults, and I offer that online. A lot of people, I have students around the entire globe that are tuning in on Skype, and I have some specials that I put up on the DC guitar lessons. If you're interested, you can leave me a message here if that's something you're interested in. I'm here to give these amazing lessons, and I'm not here to sell anything. But if you do know somebody who wants guitar, you could always remind them that. Remember, free stickers if you want them, free magnets. Remember your music, have a chime to have a good time. Peace, love, music. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Monday, happy Monday. Just keep thinking in your mind, it's a happy Monday, it's a happy Monday, it's a happy Monday. I'm a happy person, it's a happy Monday, right? These affirmations work really well, and I wish I'd known that all those years ago. So I'll see you tomorrow morning between 6 and 7 a.m. on the East Coast time. Be a concentric ring of love to all the people out there. Peace, love, and music for you and everyone out there. Let's do this.